It's a common adage to learn from your mistakes. But have you considered making mistakes in order to learn? In the same way that a broken clock is right twice a day, producing the correct answer to a question can be done without truly understanding the problem. A key component of understanding is being able to identify errors and to determine how to correct them. In gaining this understanding, errors themselves can be a useful learning tool. For example, in CS, consider your experience with your first programming language. Likely, when you began to learn, you made errors that initially caused either the runtime or the compiler to complain. In order to fix the error, you probably had to explore online on a website like Stack Overflow to understand the error and then to correct it. To fix these errors, you likely needed to gain a deeper understanding of the language, the programming environment, or the computer itself. Consider how that relationship has changed after years of programming. My guess is that compiler warnings feel more like a small reminder of correct behavior, rather than a confusing mess. In the paper, Learning from Errors, Students and Instructors, Practices, Attitudes, and Beliefs, the authors surveyed around 1,000 undergraduates and over 100 professors to gain a perspective on their relationship using errors as an educational tool. They found that while the vast majority of the students found that they both learned well and studied well using mistakes they had made, they felt very hesitant to make errors publicly and did not naturally consider using errors as part of their studying process. One way the authors discuss for improving understanding by using errors is via pre-testing, the objective of which is to force students to make mistakes by testing their partial or non-existent knowledge on a topic. This causes them to think about the problems and generate likely incorrect responses. In doing so, they prime themselves for solving the problem with an awareness of their ignorance. This allows them to make errors under less pressure and then benefit from correcting the errors after being educated properly on the subject material. As TAs, we can consider asking questions to students prior to explaining the material in detail. To eliminate the pressure of failure, we can have them write down their responses anonymously and have them grade them themselves to better understand their errors. As an activity involving pre-testing, consider the following challenge. Take anywhere between 3 and 5 minutes to draw a map of EBU 3B, Floor 1 from memory. Try to label the washrooms, elevators, conference rooms, staircases, room numbers, and if you can, emergency exits. When you're done, use the link to mark each of your errors and then wait 10 minutes and try to draw from memory a second time. Note your improvements.